Hi guys, how are you doing? Welcome to a brand new month. It's the third month and I feel like I owe it to you guys. I'll try my best with the consistency game, but please give me topic suggestions and I will try to stay true to them and also revert back. In the meantime, welcome to the channel. My name is Favor. If you're new here, I decided to film today's video because I was having a conversation with somebody and that conversation was just really interesting and it made me realize a lot of people probably think this way. It might be worth having a discussion on with my lovely community. So if you'd like to know more about the discourse on pride, humility and false pride, let's get right into it. When I was talking with this person, the person said that they would rather not be seen because they felt like not being seen was equivalent to humility and not pride, so to speak. And it got me thinking, does visibility equal pride? So visibility is usually for career people or people, not necessarily career people. Even if you have a business or you have a vocation that you're doing, you probably need some form of visibility. Look at me screaming, share my video. So I'm also asking for visibility of some sort. At what junction does your search or your quest for visibility amounts to pride? If it's an overestimation of your ability, an overestimation of your achievements, it can be pride. But then in the corporate world, I feel like it's a really tight rope, because in the corporate world, sometimes you need that visibility to push your CV forward. To be honest, when I started my job, I did a training and then they said you could be doing the best thing. I think I'm going to insert that picture. You could be doing the best work in this world, and if nobody knows that you're doing that work, you're just wasting your time. So sometimes you do need visibility, especially depending on the kind of profession that you're doing. But I think what would really strike the difference between am I posting this for visibility or am I posting this for pride or for an overestimation of self would be the relevance of the post or the relevance of the thing that you're doing. So if you're having a casual conversation with somebody and you just say, don't you know that I'm the CEO of this, what is the relevance of that thing you are saying at that particular point in time? Is it to boost self? Is it to boost my own image? Is it to promote my career, my business, or my vocation? Or is it just so that the person can know that they are not the only ones that have something going on in their life? So these questions, I think, per time and per season will help you evaluate if that word needs to be said, if you actually need to post it, if you actually need to make that post, if you actually need to make that statement or act in that particular way. This would really help you reevaluate that. On the far other end of the spectrum is underestimation. So does underestimation equate humility? And in my opinion, I would say no. It's different if you don't personally that's who you are generally. You're just not somebody who declares things. But maybe that's your nature. By nature, you don't even share things anywhere, nowhere. Even on your CV, you just put, I'm just a human being there. That's a totally different conversation. But an underestimation of your performance, an underestimation of your abilities, and this is not just even in terms of in work-related context. This could be generally in life. Maybe you don't want people to know that you can sing, or you don't want people to know that you can draw, or you don't want people to know that you are a good athlete. So you'd rather just stay in the background so people don't know that. That's not humility. To be honest, from underestimation or overestimation is not exactly humility. Biblical perspective of pride is anything that takes the gaze off of God, off of Christ, and puts the focus on you. It's not humility to pretend like you cannot do something. It's also not humility to constantly talk down on yourself and constantly act like you can't do what Christ has given you the strength and the ability to do. At the same time, it's not humility to place so much confidence in your own ability, achievements, or possessions. The scripture that really scares me is in 1 John chapter 2 and verse 16. And I'm going to read the Amplified version. It says, "For all that is in this world, the lust and sensual craving of the flesh, and the lust and the longing of the eyes, and the boastful pride of life." So that's what defines pride of life. And I'm going to read what pride of life is defined in the Amplified version. It says, pretentious confidence in one's resources or in the stability of earthly things, These do not come from the Father, but are from the world. Pretentious confidence. So anything that gets you pretending that you can't or pretending that you can, that's pride. Overly trusting and dependent on the stability of earthly things. Dependence that, okay, I slept this night, I'm going to as well wake up tomorrow morning and I'm going to go to work and act like I supply the oxygen that I'm breathing by myself, and act like the gift of life is not actually a gift, and act like I'm going to go to work or go to school, or just, there's something Pastor Aaron usually says casually, he says you just wake up and just go out just like that. Even prayerlessness is a form of pride, because it's like saying I can do good all by myself because I can take care of myself. So in the final analysis, if you really think about it, you would realize that pride is deeper than posting on LinkedIn that you just got a promotion. Someone who is overly visible might even be more humble than you think. And somebody who doesn't even do any of these things might be way gone in pride. So it's not by visibility, it's not by invisibility, so to speak. It's by the state of your heart. Like I said, what is the relevance of this thing that I'm doing? That's one question you need to ask yourself. And the second question is, who am I focusing on? Am I focusing the spotlight on myself, or am I focusing the spotlight on God? So am I focusing on my own weakness, or am I focusing on my strength, or am I focusing on the strength that God gives me? Am I focusing on the fact that if this is a task that needs to be done, God will equip me and give me the grace to do it? I pray God will help us, because it's a very dicey conversation. It's deeper than just somebody's vocal or somebody's visible. It's way deeper than that, and I felt it was necessary. It's hard to be said. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know if you learned anything. Please like the video, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and I will definitely see you in the next one.